All right. Welcome into our Yanks Abroad live stream for this first friendly ahead of the summer's Gold Cup. It's going to be an interesting one for sure with this Pochettino lineup. And, I guess we can just kind of get right into it for those of you that are around. Adam, what's up, man? It's definitely not an 11 that excites me the most, but there's some fun things. We get to see Malik Tillman. We get to see Diego Luna. Jack McGlynn, who has kind of popped up on the radar for some European teams, who's been in great form as of late. I don't know. This is how I think it's going to go. Alex Freeman, I got a lot of thoughts. Alex Freeman, I don't know if anyone's been following me on TikTok, but Alex Freeman is a player I am extraordinarily excited about to watch tonight. Super, super raw, but very, very talented, really athletic. 6'2", attacking wingback, good defender, really strong in the final third. I think he's going to do a spectacular job tonight. It's going to be really interesting to watch both him and Max Arfsten in this match. And again, this is just kind of what I'm assuming the 11 looks like. Obviously, the U.S. men's national team posts it in number order, other than the goalie being first. Or I don't even know if it was in number order. It was in no sort of order. Like, this couldn't be incorrect, but this is how I see the base formation. Somewhat of a pivot here. The fact that Luca De La Torre is starting is obviously far from ideal. Not super excited to watch Luca De La Torre at all, especially what looks like to be the number 10 role for him. I would have rather McGlynn kind of maybe play off the right, Tillman in here, and then literally anybody but Luca De La Torre. But this is what I expect it to look like for the most part. And then, I guess in possession, you're looking at Arfsten and Freeman. One of them's going to kind of bomb up this wing and let these guys tuck in a little bit more. So on occasion, it'll be Arfsten looking a little bit more like this with Freeman stepping in. And Freeman can do a good job here. That's Miles Robinson, Adam, not Anthony Robinson. Anthony Robinson had asked to not be in this squad along with, the multitude of other players. For those that don't know, who just came in, Pulisic, Anthony Robinson, Yunus Musa, all not with the squad due to asking not to be with the squad. Balogun just still injured. I get you, man. I'm going to tell you why you should watch, though, Sam Buck, or Sam, I'll just call you. I'm going to tell you why. No, you should watch because I think Alex Freeman, Max Arfsten, and Jack McGlynn are going to make it really, really enjoyable to watch. I think they're going to be aggressive. This is their chance. I understand what Pochettino's doing, although if Pochettino leaves in 2 weeks to be the Tottenham manager, that would be kind of funny. But he's trying to figure out what this team is going to look like and who can make an impact. I don't know, Adam. First of all, this isn't even working on Max. But yeah, this is how I see it working in possession for the most part, I think. You'll see Arfsten kind of come up on this wing. He's been so good down this left side so far this year in the MLS. It doesn't thrill me to have this be the interiors with Luca De La Torre. Like, in an ideal world, I would have rather it look something more like this. And I think this is still possibly what it will look like in possession. Everybody seems to think it's going to be a McGlynn-Johnny double pivot. I think McGlynn may be more off of the right. He's just been so deadly in kind of this space a little bit more, and I think limiting him to this double pivot may not be ideal for him. It's a lot of defensive responsibility, but obviously Luca De La Torre not great in that area either. I can't believe Luca De La Torre is even in the squad to begin with. And then out of possession, back to kind of what the base formation is. I think it'll be Robinson on the left side and Richards on the right side, just because Richards has been playing really well in that right center back role. And I think, as much as Max Arfsten's a rookie, Alex Freeman's making his debut. So I'd expect Pochettino to want to protect Freeman a little bit more than to protect Arfsten. So I think Richards will be on that side. And then Matt Freese. It's interesting. I get where Pochettino's coming from. I don't love the risks he's taking. To me, why play Luca De La Torre? This is a player we know everything we need to know about Luca De La Torre. It's done. We know who he is. We know how he likes to play. We know he has never been successful for the U.S. men's national team. So I'm not thrilled about that. I would have rather seen Johnny and Tyler Adams get that chance to play in this double pivot together. But Jack McGlynn has really, really caught the eye of some European teams, as well as, I will say, I keep talking about Alex Freeman, but Alex Freeman, is starting to make some rounds on the European scene as well. I think you'll see some cheeky bids this summer for him should he have a good Gold Cup. He should stay in Orlando one more year. He was great for their next-gen team last year. He's been spectacular to start the year for them this year. And then I really think he's going to surprise a lot of people. I didn't know a lot about him before he was put into the squad, but I spent a lot of time watching tape on him, and he's really fascinated me. It's the kind of profile that is kind of taken over the sport in the last 3 years, which is like this 6'2" fullback who can attack and defend, who's really a center back, but just feels comfortable getting forward. So Alex Freeman should be fun to watch. And then let's not forget, we got Patrick Adjumang up at striker starting in his hometown of Hartford. So a big moment for him. Again, I mentioned for those of you just joining that Balogun did withdraw from the squad due to injury. It's been a very unfortunate season for Flo. He picked up, obviously, that bad shoulder injury in like the October, November range, and then came back and got an ankle injury. Mika Bierith took his spot at Monaco. He's likely to leave this summer. So this is the squad. It's going to be, a lot of it's going to be on what Diego Luna and Malik Tillman can do. Both of these players to me are interiors, and they're playing as wingers. I'm not really sure why that's the decision that's been made. Again, there are other players in the squad that you could feel better about playing instead of Luca De La Torre or even Jack McGlynn, just so that you could get your best players in their best positions, which is what I've been saying from the very beginning about this U.S. men's national team. Is it needs to be all about getting the best players we have in the best positions, right? So if you need, that means playing Quinn Sullivan, who's a little less experienced than Luca De La Torre, so that Malik Tillman can play through the middle. Then play Quinn Sullivan. Haji Wright. How Haji Wright doesn't get a look into this team is beyond me. He is one of the most talented players on this entire roster. Doesn't get a look in for this Turkiye match. I get it. It's a friendly. Like, I'm not trying to get worked up, but we know Luca De La Torre. We don't need to see Luca De La Torre. I'm happy that DeJuan Jones didn't end up making the final Gold Cup squad. I guess he was looking for a little bit more experience in midfield just because the other options he has is like Sebastian Berhalter, Jack McGlynn, as I mentioned. So De La Torre's kind of been there. He's played in a lot of places. He plays week in and week out for San Diego. And then the other thing I'll say about the difference in the Gold Cup squad from what was the original kind of camp squad that I'm excited about, for those of you who watched my couple of preview episodes, John Tolkin. I really, really, really like John Tolkin. He is looking to stay in the Bundesliga for next year. This is a very underrated player for those people who don't watch the MLS, which I get if you don't. He just plays locally to me at Red Bulls, or had played at Red Bulls, so I've been keeping an eye on him, and he came through their academy. But really, really strong defending left back, overlapping left back, like a more true left back type, which is hard to find these days in the world of football. Not a wing back who has turned left back, not a midfielder who has turned left back, a true out and out left back, a player who will defend first, who will clear when need to be cleared, but also can get up that left side and put in a good cross. So this is what the squad's going to look like. Turkiye, they've got a talented side. I mean, they've got Koku, Yildiz, Guler, Soyuncu, and Demiral in defense. They're on paper a much more talented side than what we have that we're spitting out there today for this match. But, hey, there's no reason that this team that Pochettino selected, and I'm sure he has said to them, this is your chance. Like, as much as people are making of, those players haven't shown anything, the Pulisics and the McKennies and the Weahs, the players at the Club World Cup, they've never shown anything for this U.S. men's national team that they care. There's still no doubt that they are going to be part of the squad at the World Cup next summer, right? So there are probably somewhere between 5 and 7 spots truly open for the World Cup next year, assuming no injury issues. And this is the chance for guys like Jack McGlynn, Diego Luna even, which is crazy to say, but I think he's getting closer to locked into that side. But again, Alex Freeman and Max Arfson, this is a big, big test for them because we know Pochettino loves his wingbacks. He's gone out and played 2 wingbacks who have never played together, Freeman making his debut. And for those of you who are NFL football fans, Alex Freeman is Antonio Freeman, the famous Packers wide receiver, Packers wide receiver that was so great with Brett Favre. Alex Freeman is his son. So that's where you get some of that athletic build from. But he's been great. I'm sure many of you have never watched him. I had not watched him prior to a month ago, but I've spent a lot of time on tape on him. Excuse me, mouth's a little dry from all the yapping. But yeah, hit me with any questions. We got about 5 minutes to kick. Is anybody having trouble watching this on Max.com? Like, I'm only able to get the Telemundo up and running at the moment. This seems to happen to me every time I want to watch the U.S. men's national team. I don't know. I was watching the French Open final on Max, but then once I try and watch this,
when you think about his path,
I'm just getting a black screen
from 22.
I don't know if anyone else is getting that. I guess I just won't listen. I really don't want to listen to the commentators anyway. All right, yeah, there's some other ways that this lineup obviously could go. I mean, I still am not sure which side these two guys are going to be on, Luna and Tillman. To me, Tillman is well better off the left, but I don't think Luna has a whole lot of experience playing off the right. Not that Tillman does, but Tillman definitely did play a little bit at the Bayern Academy off the right. When he first came in at Bayern, a little bit off the right. At Rangers, he played a little bit off the right. He hasn't really played much off the right at PSV except for the first 6 months he was there, but he has some experience there. I mean, there's also a chance that this is like a little bit more of a box midfield in ways, right? Like you could see it being kind of like Adjumang and Tillman in here and something more like this in possession. And then these guys keeping the width up here. So, like, you almost have something like this in possession. I wouldn't be shocked if it looked a little bit of something like this, to be honest, just because there's just so many interiors. Like, Tillman, Luna, De La Torre, McGlynn are all interiors. And then you've got these two fullbacks, for lack of a better term, but really wingbacks, guys who like to get forward. So you kind of can protect your spine through De La Torre and McGlynn and allow these guys to get into the spaces they want to. Because if you're looking at like the more normal Pochettino in possession system, you're looking at something like this most likely, which is a little bit odd, number one, for Alex Freeman, who's not really a center back by any means. He could play off either side, but I mean, he's got the build to be a center back, but I don't know if in possession this is where he's best used. And then you've got Tillman kind of playing this role out here on the right, pretty isolated, disconnected, unless Luca De La Torre is going to be the guy connecting him. So I do think we may see a little bit of the change-up in tactics from Pochettino. And, part of me is like, is Pochettino just completely lost the plot? Like, has he just completely lost it? He doesn't know what to do with this side, how to get them going? Or is this really him showing that he's going to give these guys a chance to find their way into the U.S. men's national team for the World Cup? I would say in terms of stamina, Adam, I would say Tillman. Tillman has just played a lot more matches in his career in a more jam-packed schedule. Like the European schedule is just so many matches. He is still somewhat recovering from a knee injury. I mean, he came back last couple matches of the Eredivisie season, but Tillman's a better presser. He's better at winning the ball high up the pitch. I'd say Luna's probably better in like receiving in tight spaces, first touch, receiving on the half turn, but once he gets going, but like Tillman is just such an athlete and just brushes people off the ball. I mean, I do think Tillman's gonna play right wing, but it's like it's not a whole lot of neither of these guys are gonna give a whole lot of help to their wing backs. That's why I think it may be a little bit more of what I was saying before, where these guys kind of are in here, tucked in. And so that you're kind of getting more help from McGlynn and De La Torre for your wingbacks than you are from your wingers. That's kind of my thought, just to protect them a little bit more. I mean, this is obviously Turkey is not, or Turkiye. Are people going to get offended if I say Turkey instead of Turkiye? Like I'm going to make that mistake. But Turkey is not any slouch of a team. Like Arda Güler and Yildiz are tough. Like on the transition, they're going to be deadly. That's what they want to do. And Koku is the best midfielder in this game. Like, I think Johnny Cardoso is great. He has not been great for the U.S. men's national team. And Koku is a really, really strong player. I think it's going to be a tough battle in there for Jack McGlynn, and Johnny's going to really have to protect him. I'm American, but I'm mainly supporting Jack here. You're Jack McGlynn, I assume you're talking about. I'm excited to watch Jack McGlynn, man. There are some MLS players that I'm genuinely excited about. Like, I feel like sometimes people come into the comments and be like, on my longer videos, like, you hate MLS players, whatever. Like, no. Jack McGlynn, Alex Freeman, like these types of players who are 20, 21, 22, just breaking through. We haven't seen what their full potential is, but we've seen some exciting things. This is the perfect kind of match for them. It's a friendly ahead of a tournament that isn't all that competitive. it's their chance to showcase themselves to the world and to Pochettino. I think those are the types of players. To me, it's like the Brian Whites, the Luca De La Torres, the DeJuan Jones, who didn't end up making the squad. Like those types of players, I definitely don't need to watch for the U.S. men's national team. That's awesome, man. Yeah, no, Jack McGlynn getting the start is very, very exciting. I saw as a funny bit on Twitter that a bunch of Houston Dynamo fans were being like, "Oh, Europeans finally found out about Jack McGlynn." Jesse, what's up, dude? How are we? How we living? Yeah, I'm excited for this to get kicked off. Obviously, it's 3:30, and we're not even on the pitch yet. So this is just classic the U.S. not knowing how to kind of do this sport. But that is just the way it goes. Is anyone able to get Max working? Because I really would like to... Would really like to watch with a little bit of sound and not on Telemundo. I don't really, I don't speak any Spanish, to be honest. But I may just be stuck on this one. Max through Hulu. Dirk, you have matches working through Max.com? No hablas español. My Max is just a black screen when I go to watch it. This happened to me the last time, only for the U.S. men's national team, though. Like when I watch tennis, basketball, not a problem. Smart TV. Maybe it's just on web. I always try to watch them on web.
Welcome back to the AT&T pregame show here
in terms of timing, but I'm screwed. I'm stuck. It's working on your phone. Maybe I'm just a bitch. I don't know what to say. Yeah, TNT won't work. I guess I'm watching in Spanish. That's just the way it has to be. All right, I'm excited to get this going. I was kind of dreading this match. I was dreading what Pochettino would put out there. I'm sure in 10 minutes I'm going to be dreading it again. But it could be an exciting match. I'd really like to see Johnny have his first truly dominant performance for the U.S. men's national team. I mean, this is a midfielder who has been sought after now back-to-back seasons by Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, obviously many Premier League clubs keeping tabs on him. It looks like he's going to go to Atletico Madrid for about 30 million euros this summer. Yeah, wet conditions, I do worry for, kind of these more inexperienced players to get, torched in these wet conditions. But, hey, maybe they can make it play to their advantage. And Matt Freese, I feel like Matt Freese, this is a huge, huge opportunity for Matt Freese. Like, it's his debut, if I'm not incorrect. He's 26. He's been really, really strong for NYCFC this season. And some of last season. It's Matt Turner has not owned this spot right now. Like, as much as he does own the spot, there's no world in which if Matt Freese has a good match today, gets a chance in the Gold Cup, and is excellent, that we don't talk about who's going to be the goalkeeper at the World Cup. As much as Matt Turner is better than Patrick Schulte for sure. Diego Kochen, obviously not old enough, not experienced enough. It's very unlikely. Gaga Slonina has fell off the face of the earth because Chelsea have 11 goalkeepers and can't handle where any of them should go. And he frankly hasn't impressed really on his couple of loan spells. So yeah, Matt Freese and Zach Steffen obviously just isn't that guy. He's not the guy we all wanted him to be. I'm excited to see what Matt Freese will bring. I don't know too much about his technique with the ball at his feet. I know he's got a really good distribution throwing the ball. Really, really good distribution. He can launch it pretty good. But it's going to be a test for him definitely with the ball at his feet, trying to play the way Pochettino wants to play. And with Miles Robinson in front of him. Miles Robinson has had a good season in the MLS. I mean, I feel like he's still kind of recovering from that bad injury a couple years ago. But he was a few years ago, I guess it was not the last World Cup against the one with the Netherlands. Like, he was our best defender. Yeah, I'm also watching on Peacock. I can't believe this match we're still like 7 minutes from this match even starting. Like, these guys are just walking out, right? I'm not like way behind. I mean, this is absolutely insane. I mean, it looks absolutely miserable and wet. As much as I love this team, I don't think I would even be sitting out there in this weather to watch this team. Yeah, Adam, you're going to need to find a new stream, man. I don't know if they're going to be showing this on TNT. What are they showing? The doubles? The men's doubles? What are people's thoughts? Predictions? Any predictions? I'm feeling a 1-1 draw. Probably be pretty boring. That's my guess. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. I think Turkey probably get one early as we try and settle into the match a little bit. I mean, this group of players has certainly rarely, if ever, played together in any capacity. I mean, even like Richards Robinson, I mean, they've probably played a little bit together, but they have not played a ton. There's no experience playing with Freeze in the back. Johnny is playing in midfield with a bunch of players he's never played with. I think it could be a very, very shaky opening 15 minutes before this team settles in, especially with the wet pitch, or they just come out guns blazing. Like, I could see a world where the U.S. gets a goal in the first 5. My guess is, though, that it will be a tough first 15. They probably get one early. We settle in, get one like 55th minute, kind of start getting into the match a little bit more. I mean, we're going to be playing a little bit more counterattacking. I mean, Turkey likes to play deep as well, but this isn't a midfield that's going to be dominating the possession. Yeah, Dirk, I mean, this could be like 5-0. I agree. Like, Turkey is a very well-drilled team. They have done really well at major tournaments. It looks like they have a pretty good amount of fans from what they're showing us at this match. I'm definitely concerned that this is going to be a tough one. I mean, like, again, this is such an inexperienced side on the international stage. Are they scared of the refs? No, they're probably not scared of the refs, if I had to guess about the Turkey A team. There are so many Turkey fans in East Hartford. I'm shocked to see this. I don't know if that should be shocking or not. Why are they so far away? That is totally bizarre. There are so many Turkey fans in East Hartford, Connecticut. East Hartford, Connecticut is in the middle of nowhere, for those people who don't know. I mean, that is shocking how many people are there. I literally thought about just sending it up there, but oh boy, who's this singing? No, the game has not started. They're doing the national anthem right now, unless I'm way behind. I hope we get to see Damian Downs tonight. That's probably my biggest goal. If Damian Downs plays tonight, that will be super, super exciting. For those people who are not familiar with Damian Downs, Bundesliga 2 player for Köln, had a great, great season for them. So athletic, like just so lanky, strong, pushes the line, great first touch. Really, really built some confidence over the last 18 months or so. That's probably the number one sub. Him and Tolkien, I'd like to see Tolkien. Not that exciting, a left back, but those two guys I think deserve an opportunity to play. My guess is Cardoso's playing 60 minutes and he's getting swapped for Adams, and then probably we'll do the opposite against Switzerland. That's my guess, just because those two guys obviously most similar, but I would like to see them get to play a little bit more together as well. Any subs anyone else wants to see? I mean, is anybody like dying to see Quinn Sullivan or Sebastian Berhalter? I mean, Sebastian Berhalter is just hysterical. Like, we just can't get away from the Berhalters. Like, not that he has anything to do with Greg other than being his son, like in terms of what's happened with the U.S. men's national team in the last 5 years, but it's obviously just hysterical that Sebastian Berhalter has found his way into the side now that Greg is gone. Big double G's. All right, here we go. Let's get this show on the road, eh? I mean, 3:39, we're not even close to this kicking off. Like, not even remotely close to this kicking off. It's absolutely insane. I will say, I do know that for sure Pochettino is actually in contact with Levy about the Tottenham job. Like, that is 100% happening. They are talking. Like, there is a chance. I don't even know if I'd be mad. Like, Pochettino has been subjectively terrible. Like, he's not been good at all since he's come in. We've been disappointing in every match he has managed, aside from one against Jamaica. Like, yeah, I mean, obviously Pep's not taking the U.S. men's national team job, but I don't know that I needed to be Poch at this point. Like, I'm not excited about Poch. He has this summer to change my mind by taking this kind of group of misfits, for lack of a better term, and winning the Gold Cup. But it's kind of all or nothing for him. Like, he decided to choose this group. He didn't try and convince the better players that they should play in the Gold Cup. And he needs to win. I mean, we're playing Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, and I think Saudi Arabia in the group stage. Like, those need to be 3 wins. We should be running through this. Mexico is as bad as they've ever been. Like, the Gold Cup should be a win even with this side. These 2 friendlies are a tune-up. I understand that. I'm not expecting to win against either Turkey or Switzerland. A win in either would be spectacular. I want to see Pochettino actually implement some sort of a system that's working. Every other match, he's had an inability to access central areas. He's been unable to get his striker the ball in a position where he can score goals, except for the match Josh Sargent started. And I don't remember if that guy is, I don't think that guy's in the chat. Anyone remember that guy's name who was telling me how much Josh Sargent is better than like all the other Pepe, and he's better than Balogun? I can't remember what that guy's name was. But Josh Sargent blew the one game where our striker got a lot of access. And he's been refusing to play Haji right. So he has not gotten it right at any point. It does look like it's maybe clearing up there in East Hartford, but that will definitely be a wet pitch. Mark, what's good, man? The lineup's not great. I mean, I don't know if you saw the squad that we brought, but some guys to watch out for if you're not familiar. I was mentioning to the chat, Alex Freeman, who's playing right back, is Antonio Freeman's son, the Packers wide receiver. Super athletic, 6'2", outside back, really good getting forward, strong defender. He'll be exciting. Max Arfson's been really good playing on kind of like in a wingback role, so I think he'll play mostly a similar position that Anthony Robinson has been taking up, obviously getting up high on that pitch. And then the young midfielder, 21 midfielder for Houston Dynamo, Jack McGlynn, is a really exciting player who, when he scores goals, they're all like the best goal you've ever seen. So maybe we'll get to see a little magic from him. So yeah, looks like Richards is at right center back. It looks like Tillman's maybe a little bit more central than we thought. There's Freeman. I mean, look how big Freeman is. Like, he's bigger than Tillman. He is a monster. Yeah, so it looks like Tillman through the middle. Here, let's get this going here. So it looks like it's potentially Tillman through the middle, and then De La Torre off the right, or McGlynn off the right. It's what I thought it was originally. McGlynn off the right, and De La Torre and Cardoso in a pivot. I don't know why I doubted myself. I knew what it was going to be. I mean, look at how FOTMob has it set up. I may go back to my other one. I mean, that's ridiculous what it looks like. They have McGlynn at striker. McGlynn carries. I told you! I said all he does is score bangers. What did I say? I said all he does is score bangers. Jack McGlynn. I said it 10 seconds in. I also said we're going to maybe just come out firing and score a goal in the first 5. I called that from the very onset of the game. Jack McGlynn has arrived. What a goal. What a unbelievable goal for Jack McGlynn. Come on. Get in. Clip that. Clip that. And Malik Tillman, just so good. So smart. You get that ball forward to McGlynn into space. And that's how you take advantage of a match early on. Clip it. Come on, Jack McGlynn. What a moment. What a moment for Jack McGlynn. Unbelievable goal. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that. Please. Unbelievable goal. That was unbelievable from Jack McGlynn. I mean, that was truly so good. So he's got one of the best left foots I've seen, honestly, in a long time. Like, this is a ball striker. Major tournaments, we saw it at the Euros. Major tournaments are won with ball striking. That is going to be huge for Jack McGlynn and his ability to get into the World Cup squad and play a role. Ball striking wins major tournaments. Think about any major tournament in the last 20 years. There are so many spectacular goals at such a higher rate than we see in club football. Ball striking is how you win major tournaments. Jack McGlynn, get in. Early 1-0 lead for Pochettino and the U.S. men's national team. Totally right what we needed. That was spectacular. Yeah, terrible back pass. I mean, you want to know how much adrenaline he must have right now? Like, I mean, he looks calm, but woo-wee, that was insane. Special moment for Jack McGlynn. All right, yeah. Now we got to settle in. We can't just now defend for 90 minutes. That's not going to work. Well defended by Freeman. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw where Max Arfson was on that goal, but Max Arfson was like literally here when he shot. Like he was the furthest player forward when Jack McGlynn shot that. I think this is Max Arfson is a really, really fun player. I'm excited to watch him and Freeman tonight. I know I keep saying it, but I'm a sucker for a good wingback. And okay, Luna would have put a foot in. De La Torre already just looks horrible. I don't understand why Luca De La Torre is. I just can't comprehend why Luca De La Torre is in the side, in the squad, starting, any of it. Like, we know who Luca De La Torre may be the one player in the whole squad that we know exactly who he is, and it's not good enough. Way to be, Richards. I like the ball. Cardoso. So smart. Hold up. You're 1-on-4. Come on, Ajimang. He did so well there, Ajimang. Up until that last minute, he waited and was patient, and then he tried to take him on one more time. He could have recycled, run it back. This is a big match for Ajimang to prove that he can score when he has the opportunity and be that outlet, because now we're going to be pinned in. Yeah, so this is a little bit more like what I thought. Tillman's kind of playing as the furthest forward presser. Yeah, a little bit rookie by Ajimang. This isn't CONCACAF anymore. You're not going up against Trinidad and Tobago. Like, you're playing Turkey. It's going to be a little bit different. I don't know why I have Johnny in as number 7. That's my fault. I'm sure that's confusing. That's on me. I can change that. Woo! That was a hot start. All right. Now we can't just defend for 90 minutes, though. Nobody wants to watch. Sometimes an early goal like that, will kind of ruin the match, if you know what I mean. Like, you just defend. I mean, in a friendly, you would hope, the point of this game is to find out something about us and not just try and get a result. Although I think for Pochettino, this is a friendly, but he needs a win. He definitely needs a win. He needs a little momentum. And he needs to prove a point that he got it right with this. Not only the squad he chose, but the side. Tillman is so good at winning the ball back high up the pitch. He really, really is. I will be very surprised if Malik Tillman's at PSV next year, because he has a 35 million euro release clause next year to go back to Bayern Munich, a buyback clause. But somebody can come in this year and buy him, and then Bayern Munich have to make a decision. I would be very surprised if he stays at PSV. He's just, frankly, way too good. I mean, he was the best player in the Eredivisie this year. All right, Miles, decent play. Well done. Johnny, well done. All right, Johnny is looking... This is the best 7 minutes he's played for the U.S. men's national team, as crazy as that sounds. It truly, truly is. All right, let's see what it's looking like in possession. Freeman's inverting a little bit. Johnny at the base. Free seems pretty comfortable with the ball at his feet. You don't need to go long, yeah. Make them press you. Well done. Luna and Tillman. Well done. Luna and Tillman as interiors, that's what I was kind of saying why I didn't like what everyone else was projecting. When these two players can play off each other here and you get Arfson up here, it's going to allow for so much to happen. And then McGlynn can kind of hang out here and doesn't have too much responsibility, and he can spray the ball, can shoot. He's not a ball carrier, really. He's a player who needs to be looking forward with the ball at his feet. That's just not good from De La Torre at all. Puts his player in a terrible position. God, I don't want to spend the entire match talking about Luca de la Torre because I know nobody wants to hear that. But it's just so frustrating to watch him play. He's so slow, terrible decision maker. He's not. I mean, he's just not a good player. Like, what is he good at? Like, could you tell me, Dirk, what is he good at? I remember Tillman again. I think that's 3 times in 8 minutes Tillman has won the ball back in their half. Unbelievable player. Come on, Ajiming. De la Torre, I dare De la Torre to play one forward pass this entire match. Guy loves a sideways or backwards pass. Never takes a risk. Nice, McGlynn. All right, let's go, Freeman. Really, really strong so far. Yeah, so it's Cardoso kind of dropping in. So it's more like this, actually, in possession. Like, this is kind of where we're trying to be in possession. Wow. Back post, he's got Arsene. No way he does it again. Oh! Oh, wow. Yeah, he needed to pass that one. He had Arsene back post. I respect the selfishness, though. I respect the selfishness because I feel like we've spent so much time trying to pass the ball into the net under Pochettino. I respect the concept of getting another shot on goal. It's a wet ball. He's already scored one. He had lots of space. Yes, he should have passed that to Arsene at the back post, but I respect that for sure. I like the confidence of the kid. I really, really do. Jay, you can watch it on Max, TNT, True TV, Peacock, and I think one other place. I know it's I remember seeing the graphic and being like, it's actually so many places that I think it's hard to find. Like, it's not just one place.
Go here.
TNT is not working for me. I'm watching on Peacock with no sound because it's in Spanish, which is not ideal, but it's good enough for now. Seems like everyone's TNT is working but mine. Don't live in New Jersey, I guess. TNT does not work in New Jersey. Yeah, so I think no, we don't want Turkey to get into the game at all. So far, so good. Really well done there by Arsene. Johnny also just has been in the right position more so tonight than I've seen him any other time for the U.S. men's national team. And honestly, it's because he's not being asked to play in a double pivot with another defensive midfielder, which is interesting because that's kind of a concept with Adams. But when he's able to kind of play as that controlling 6, like the Jorginho type of role, he's just such a better player. I mean, that's what he does for Betis, and he was one of the best midfielders in La Liga this year. Probably top 3 outside of the Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico trio, which obviously is a little bit different, but it says something. That was a good idea, too. That ball got nicked in on the way to Diego Luna. I love how aggressive Arsene is, too. Like, our 2 wingbacks may be potentially taller than our center backs. Like, Arsene's a big body for a left winger, converted left back. Yeah, we've done well. I mean, I think we've been the better side all 12 minutes. Turkey had, 1 corner kick when they got nothing from it? We've been aggressive. I mean, this was the concept with what Pochettino was trying to do by bringing this group in was they're working hard. Normal Guy, what's up? Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. If Normal Guy can subscribe, then anybody else in the chat who's not a subscriber should be subscribing as well. We're going to continue to watch every single match this summer, do live streams, all the important things, and, of course, post-match reactions and, TikToks, the whole thing. Let's go, Arsene. He's got Tillman top of the box. Don't love that cutback. It's not helping a lack of Pulisic. I think what helps is a lack of some of the other players like Musa and McKennie. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind. I know I am. It's because I have to watch on Peacock. All the other services are like 10 seconds faster. No, I don't think a lack of Pulisic is helping per se. I think a lack of McKennie, Musa, those players I feel have not been great over the last year for the U.S. men's national team. So I think having some new blood in is great. But it's been a decision that Pochettino has made on his own to not be playing Luna, to continue to play the same guys who have not succeeded, to allow Josh Sargent and Brendan Aronson anywhere near this team is crazy. Like, you need some new blood. You need some different, youth. I mean, look at what Spain did last year. Like, they really relied on some of their younger players, and it made a huge, huge difference for them in the Euros. You need players who don't believe that they just automatically get to walk into the side. Competition is good. We talk about it a lot for club, but for country, competition is really, really good. And also, these guys live and play in the United States, so they have a little bit of a different feeling. Yeah, Arda Güler is a spectacular young Turkish player. It'll be interesting to see if he leaves Real Madrid this summer with Matsuano coming in from Argentina. And obviously, it does seem like Rodrigo is probably leaving, so I don't know if they want to sell both. All right, Arfson. Those crosses just have not been great. I feel like Arsen's more of a shoot-first player, which is not what you love out of a wingback, but he is a winger kind of converted defender, but he's definitely a shoot-first player. You can tell when you watch him. Birkin Kenturk. Who's your brother, man? Are you a Turkiye supporter coming into the stream? What should we know other than Arda Güler, Yildiz, obviously, so Yunchu? Who's your brother? Yeah, Yildiz is very, very good. I feel like Juventus has just been such a disaster over the last couple of years that, like, it's kind of gone under the radar. They've produced a lot of really good young talent that just, like, doesn't get any talk. Moretti, Huijsen, obviously, they sold to Bournemouth, and now he's at Real Madrid and starts for the Spanish team. Like, they've really blown it over the last few years, and they've been trusting a lot out of... No, Ajimang's not holding the ball well up at all. His first touch is way too loose. Like, he's such a physical player, but that first touch goes 4 yards away from him every time, and then he's too late to make the decision that he needs to make. He tries to face up, and he loses the ball, which is going to be the big issue with Ajimang in general. Damian Downs is like Ajimang, but faster and with a better first touch. And, like, it's not like Ajimang, although he's older, is more polished. Like, this is a player who was playing Division III soccer 5 years ago. Like, he's not that polished either. In Hartford, where this game's being. What does that mean, TSG? I'm watching in Spanish. What was that in reference to? I'm honestly not even upset that I can't watch this in English because I can't stand to listen to them, honestly. That's why I started this old channel. It's like, I don't want to hear those guys anymore. They say the same stuff over and over again. They have such a bias. It's unwatchable. I think Miles Robinson's been pretty solid so far. Hasn't been asked to do much, but if you're a defender and I haven't noticed you, I feel like that's a good thing for the most part. Put Freeman in a bad place there, Johnny. You put Freeman in a really bad place there. That's on Cardoso. That would not have been on Freeman. I don't think Freeman's that comfortable, like, playing that inverted. I mean, again, like, I just watched a lot of his tape in the last month. MLS All-Stars versus Turkey. Well, the MLS All-Stars are winning. He hasn't had injury issues, has he, McGlynn? TSG? I don't think he's had it. I mean, he's 21, but I don't know of any injury issues that he's had. Yeah, well, we're going to go backwards a lot because we're playing down a midfielder when Luca De La Torre is our midfielder. We need to get Diego Luna a little bit deeper, right? Like, if you have Johnny here, Diego Luna needs to come receive here and get on the half turn. That's where all the magic will happen. You play through this way. The issue is Luca De La Torre, but you kind of play around Luca De La Torre, play through Luna and Tillman. That's realistically our best bet. I mean, it's kind of turned into a little bit of this in possession in some ways. It's odd, but Free's kind of dropping in here. I mean, it's really aggressive, and I like it. Nothing crucial yet. That's what I thought. Uh-oh. Wow. That ball must have bounced on Guler. You do not see Arda Guler miss like that very often. That was a big yikes. All started from just Alex Freeman getting caught out. Yeah, I mean, we can expect that from 20-year-old Alex Freeman on his debut for sure. Yeah, you saw that ball bounce on Guler right there. Watch that last bounce. Got up on him. Yeah, I mean, Alex Freeman just got absolutely torched there. That's going to happen. I mean, this is a level that he has never played at. I mean, he was a next-gen player, MLS next-gen player for Orlando last year. I think he's played like 12 matches for them this year. This is a whole nother level for Alex Freeman. So he's going to have moments like that for sure tonight. I hope it doesn't hurt his confidence. I hope he gets the ball going forward a little bit more. He's really the kind of player who wants to attack. But we've just been really playing down this left side for the most part. I was freezing in my room. Uh-oh. Good help there from Luna. Really, really good help there from Luna. I definitely felt like Luna was going to have to work a little bit harder tonight than he usually has to, get back and play a role, and I think he's done that pretty well so far. Did they fix what this looks like? No. They still have McGlynn playing striker. They have Tillman playing in the pivot. Nice. Really good thought, Bob. Really, really good. Okay, Freeze. I like the intervention there for Freeze. I don't know, Adam. Has De La Torre ever scored a wonder goal? I've personally never seen him score a wonder goal, so I can't say for sure. I'd say the odds are incredibly low, but usually whenever I chirp somebody, they shut me up. But I'm happy for Luca De La Torre to shut me up. Maybe Luca De La Torre is the greatest player we have. All right, we've done okay on the corner kicks. I feel like we've defended the corner kicks pretty well. Although we do have an incredibly tall team. And, like, other than Diego Luna, is there anybody in this side that's not 6 feet tall? Maybe De La Torre? But, like, Adjumang's like 6'1". Tillman's like 6'1". McGlynn's probably just on a shade under 6. But the back four are all like 6'2" or taller. Yeah, we got to get back into it for sure. We have such a left-hand side bias right now. I don't understand why. Every single play is coming down this left side, and that's what they want. They're forcing us this way. Someone's got to take a risk. Play on. Pochettino, Maurizio Pochettino, Jay, is the U.S. coach. Former Tottenham, PSG, and Chelsea coach. Southampton as well. And potentially future Tottenham coach. Although, I really feel like it's going to be Marco Silva. I mean, Marco Silva just makes sense. Like, he'll probably just fall short, but that's just the way it goes. All right, well, he just dragged him down from behind. Adjumang has been just horrendous so far. All right, Freeze. Well done, Freeze. I can't lose that ball there, Arfston. Wow. Tillman has won the ball back 5 times already in this match. I mean, Adjumang, is that first touch real? Is that a real first touch? That is so bad. I mean, I think I would have had a better first touch there. That was so bad. I know it's a wet ball on a slippery surface, but I mean, Tillman has just been spectacular so far. I know McGlynn scored the goal, but Tillman has been the best player on the pitch so far, and it's not even close, which is not surprising because if you told me it wasn't going to be Arda Guler, I would say Tillman's the best player on the pitch. Oh, boy. Yeah, I said McGlynn's 5'11". Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and everyone else is like, oh, wow. That was well taken. Really good save. Freese has been really strong. Really good 23 minutes from Matt Freese. Really, really strong. I think he's been pretty solid with the ball at his feet, too. Like, he's impressed me with his distribution. I mean, it's not Ederson, but he hasn't made a mistake, really. Early, he made one wonky-ish pass, but he's been very calm when he's getting pressed. I would just like to see him kind of develop that chipped ball to the right side. We haven't seen that yet. Richards has done so well on the corner kicks. Really, really well. Nice. Way to be, Miles Robinson. I feel like Mark McKenzie had a kind of a big dip in form in the last 2 months of the year for Toulouse. Like, they really weren't playing for much anymore, and that's why he's not starting. But Miles Robinson, really, really strong in this opening 25. Oh, boy. Come on, Johnny. Like, it's just so frustrating with Johnny. Like, you don't see him do this for Betis. He does not do this for Betis. He is so, so good for them. I mean, that's just so nonchalant, just taking such an unnecessary risk, not focusing outside of the boot pass from inside his own penalty spot. Play the ball to Miles Robinson, and we'll recycle. He's trying to play this outside of the boot pass on a slippery night. That's just... I mean, it's unlucky, but it's just so dumb. That's just so dumb. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, that's the kind of thing... Yeah, that was Johnny. That's the kind of thing you can't do against better opposition. You just cannot afford to do it, especially when the team was already struggling a little bit. Yeah, no, it's a good test. I mean, it's a friendly, right? You want these kind of situations to arise in a lot of ways. But, man, was that a massive mistake. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit out of our end here now and not play so deep. Oh, boy. All right, well done, Richards. Well done. Now Freese is panicking. That's the first time he's gone long like that. It really is the first time he's gone long. Yeah, we're getting completely pinned. All right, well done, Alex Freeman. We need to start utilizing the right-hand side. The best 3 opportunities we've had in this match have come down the right-hand side. The best 3. We haven't gone down the right-hand side since that McGlynn miss in like the 12th minute. We're so left-hand side biased. We need McGlynn to... Because what's happening is you have De La Torre here and Arfson here. McGlynn is getting too high and wide. He needs to come in here to let Freeman get high and wide. Come on, Freeman. Well done, Alex. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's brutal. I mean, they have just completely pounced on us in the last 8-10 minutes. Just completely pounced on us. They've brought it to a whole nother level, and we have just succumbed to the pressure. I mean, those are 2 completely avoidable goals. 2 missed clearances, a lost ball by Miles Robinson in midfield. Alex Freeman does well to get onto this first one. I mean, how does this ball completely slide across? 4 U.S. men's national team defenders standing right there. None of them the first to react. Miles Robinson misses a clearance completely. That's the kind of thing that you don't get away with, that you can get away with in the MLS, like that missed clearance. Like, good defenders do not miss clearances like that. They get a foot on it and the ball goes out of the box. You can't just let it hit the side of your leg and drop down inside the 6. Absolute shit. I mean, that's just as I was saying, like, I think Miles Robinson has been playing well. Those kinds of mistakes are just, they're brutal. Like, all of a sudden, this has turned into a complete disaster. They got to get back on the front foot. Too much ball to feet, too. Like, the first 7-8 minutes, they did really well to play some outlet balls. Even if Adjumang didn't possess the ball, yeah, his positioning was not good at all. I mean, that ball just, he was all the way on the other side of the net for that cross, which made no sense. And then he could not recover. I mean, he couldn't see anything, and the ball was struck from inside the 6-yard box, but that was obviously not good enough from Freeze on either one. I mean, even the deflection goal, like, you kind of wish your goalkeeper saves you there. Like, we just have never had a goalkeeper. We haven't had a goalkeeper in a while who saves you from those types of mistakes. Oh, boy. We are completely out of shape now. De La Torre is running with like a headless chicken, looking around. This is turned bad quickly. We need to play some out balls for sure. That's the issue, yeah, Adam. We had 5 or 6 players, and they're all standing right next to each other. Come on, Adjumang. Jesus Christ, Johnny. I mean, Johnny, just disaster class in the last 10 minutes. He doesn't do this for Betis. Like, I watch him play for Betis almost every week. He just does not get dispossessed like this. He really never does. I don't understand what it is about playing for the U.S. men's national team that makes him just such a different player. Yeah, I mean, Turkey they've seen the little opening that we've given them, and they have just absolutely attacked it. Come on, let's go down the other side. Every single thing is coming down this left-hand side. You're playing right into Turkey's hands. This is what they want. Arfston, what is that, man? Play a long out ball. Freeman is unreally. That's a handball. Carry. You don't need to. Not everything needs to come out this left-hand side. I don't understand why they feel that way. Good. That's a foul. We all know when So Yoon-Chu gets a little bit over-aggressive. We've seen it for years at Leicester City. Adjumang's first touch is just, he can't get the ball. Either the first touch goes so far away from his feet that he doesn't have time to make the decision, or it gets stuck under his feet, and then he can't turn and make a decision. Like, he doesn't know how to play that first touch into his path, which is maybe the most important part about being a number 9 playing with your back to goal. First touch has to be into the path you want it to go, so your next touch can be either forward, diagonal, or to your own team. You can't play a first touch so far away that you need to go recover it, and you can't play a first touch so far underneath your feet that you can't make the next play. Yeah, Chandler, it's not looking good, man. It feels like you're not pro-USA in this chat, which is fine, but I'm just telling you what it feels like. Get the ball out to Freeman over there. McGlynn's been awfully quiet since the first 8 minutes as well. That whole right-hand side has just gone to bed. You put 500 on Turkey today? I can respect that. Yeah, I think Turkey's over here to play another one. I'm hoping that we see Haji Wright. We need Haji Wright for sure in the second half. It is just a friendly, but we'd like to see the team, do a little bit more. Like, Adjumang, you chest it down and then you can't control it. I don't understand. Oh. Did he nick him or not? I thought he got that clean. Oh, yeah. Well, Tyler Adams is going to start against Switzerland for sure, Adam, but I agree. Xhaka will definitely pick us apart, but it's definitely going to be Tyler Adams in midfield for that match. I think that's why he didn't start in this match. I imagine Adams will play 30 today and then 60 against Switzerland. No, I mean, I get it. Adjumang, like, those long balls, like that ball McGlynn played, we need to play more of those so that we don't get pinned in. Like, it just, what we did for minute 11 to whenever, 28, we just kept playing the same short pass to the left-hand side and losing the ball. You have to vary the way you play out. Like, even, some of the best club teams in the world will go long 50% of the time just to show variance so that the defense can't just, suck in on you. What do you mean McGlynn only takes throw-ins when he knows the team is desperate for a goal? That's a Houston Dynamo thing? I mean, we are definitely desperate for a goal at the moment. There's no doubt about that. I didn't even see it. Did Switzerland, for these friendlies, like, is it a full roster? Are they bringing, like, Xhaka and the gang? I think Zakaria got called up, I saw somewhere. But I didn't see, like, is Akanji playing? Like, is Jan Sommer playing? I mean, if they have all those guys, I mean, Switzerland's like a top 10 team in the world when they're fit. I think they're a really strong team. They did call them all up? TSG? I mean, yeah, that's going to be a good battle, but we need that. Oh, it's a Houston Dynamo thing you're saying. All right, Artigula, you're complaining about that ball that clearly didn't go out. Yeah, and Doye. I mean, they were so good at the Euros. Man. I mean, Sun Yunchu just took 3 players out with 1 dribble. You just can't have that. Well, the issue is we're playing good outballs to Ajimang, and he's losing them every single time. That's the issue. I mean, on defense, you know, it's a friendly. So, like, I think the starting midfield is Cardoso and Adams, and then this is a much stronger defense. I would have played McKenzie over Miles Robinson for sure. And if you're playing a better side, you're going to see John Tolkien play at left back because he's a more defender type than Arfston. But, all right, De La Torre. I mean, look where Arfston's starting position is. He's the highest player up the pitch for us. McGlynn? Too long. Dude. Ajimang, what are you doing, man? You don't need to foul the goalkeeper. Just stand under the ball. You can stand somewhere. Just make it difficult for him. Too long for McGlynn there. Can't take that long. It's got to be taken first time, and it's got to be driven hard and low. Kobel, Rodriguez, Akanji, Widmer, Xhaka, and Doye, Fruler. It's a pretty strong side. I mean, that's obviously a much better side than we have. There's no doubt about that. That's definitely a stronger side than what we have been putting out. What we put out today and what we will put out on, what is that? That's on the 10th, so Tuesday. Diego Luna, this has not been the showing that I think we all were hoping and expecting from Diego Luna in this match. He's been very timid to get onto the ball, has not shown to the ball in midfield like that. He needs to do that more. And then De La Torre doesn't need to go backwards once we break in the line. We broke two sets of the line there, and then Luca De La Torre goes backwards. That one nice run he just had, he didn't learn from that? Yeah, McGlynn and Tillman have been the 2 best. I'd say Chris Richards has been pretty solid. I mean, neither of the goals were his fault at all, and I thought he's been very good in the air. I mean, Tillman's been the best player on the pitch. And now run with it, Freeman. Run with it. Oh, that's McGlynn. Where the heck is Freeman? Why is Freeman inverting? Like, I watched a lot of his tape, and this is not an inverted right back. This is a player who wants to get out and bombard down the wing. He can cut in the final third. Yeah. He should be hooked, normal guy. Can you get out there? Are you there? You at East Hartford? I mean, this is totally insane from Pochettino. You've got a 20-year-old on his debut who's not an inverted fullback playing in an inverted role. The inverted fullback may have ruined the sport. I will just say. It really may have. All right, Johnny. That was a good little piece of action. Good, Luna. Drift out and get onto the ball more. McGlynn. It just wasn't there, man. But you're going to play that into Ajimang's feet, and then what's going to happen? Nothing. Bad first touch. I don't know. I don't know, Dirk. This has been very frustrating. Back to our normal ways of not playing the ball to feet into the midfield areas. trying to play these little dink passes into the striker when he's 1-on-5. It kind of just goes to show that, Pochettino had the best Tottenham talent ever and still couldn't win anything. He just is very reliant on, hero ball in some respects at times. Get it out from under your feet, Arvston. Adjumang? Tillman. Oh, release the ball, man. Release it. No reason not to shoot from there. Overlap. That's too much, McGlynn. Oh, that's a corner. No, that's a corner. Yeah, no, Turkey are a very good team. We were saying in the pre-match that, Turkey are obviously a stronger team than we are. That should have been a corner kick. It's just frustrating to go up 1-0, play a good first 15 minutes, and then just give up 2 goals in such weak fashion. The weak goals that we let in, think about that. What was that? New Zealand? We played where some goals went off the back off of a clearance. We've given up so many weak goals since Pochettino has come in. That to me is the biggest sign of trouble. You're going to give up goals, but giving up weak goals on a match-to-match basis is going to be so hard for this team to overcome because they're struggling to score goals. And at times we're really strong defensively, and then we'll just give up an absolute nothing goal. Luna's really not had a strong match. Yep. You want to know why? He's not a left winger, Dirk. He's an interior. This is what I was saying in the pre-match. You can't... The biggest issue that countries have over and over again, this is not just a U.S. men's national team, this is just a general issue that countries have playing, is they try to put all their best players on the pitch rather than play players in their best position. And it constantly causes issues. Luna does not want to receive the ball over here. He doesn't want to receive the ball over here. He wants to receive the ball in here, in between the lines, in between this line of defense and this line of defense. He wants to find a pocket, receive, and run at the goal. It's the biggest issue that every country struggles with. We saw it with England, continuously trying to get Foden on the pitch in different positions. He could not impact the match. It completely broke down the way that they played. You cannot force players to play in positions that they're not comfortable in for country just to get your most talented players on the pitch. It doesn't make sense. For the U.S. today, what makes more sense is Haji Wright out here, or you play Arvston here and you put John Tolkien in the starting 11 at left back. You cannot play players in positions that they're not effective in. It breaks down the entire strategy and competency of the team. Well, yeah, Luca De La Torre shouldn't be anywhere fucking near this team. Luca De La Torre shouldn't be able to touch the pitch with a 1,000-foot pole. Yeah, Spain's done it for years. Even when they, think about when they won the Euros and the World Cup in, 2008, 2010, 2012, they had 6 of the best midfielders in the world. And you know what? 3 of them didn't play that much because they played their best players in their best position instead of forcing all the players onto the pitch. And so guys like Cesc Fabregas, who didn't play as much as maybe Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets, they were in the squad, but you can't force everybody onto the pitch. You just can't. You have to play players who play that position on a week-to-week basis. That's why they get called into the side. What is De La Torre doing? What was he trying to do there? He had an immediate out ball to Arvston that would have gotten us out of the press. Instead, he gets lucky that a ball is poked away into the path of an American player. But De La Torre's decision-making is just so slow. He's just never been up to the task of playing at a high level. He just hasn't. I've never seen it from him. Someone's got to tell Luna he has space and time there. He could have received and turned with that. It's I don't blame McGlynn for not playing that ball into De La Torre's feet. What's going to happen? Nothing. It's a good switch by Richards. Okay, Adjumang, that's a nice turn. That's how you roll a defender and win yourself a corner kick. Very good turn. Way to hook him and get around him. First touch. That's the kind of play that Ajimang is, I mean, I wouldn't say he's great at, but like that is the thing that he can do. Like, yeah, he's grabbing the jersey, but that's just smart number 9 play right there. You get the defender pinned, and then you turn him and get around him. You win your team a corner kick. You win an automatic opportunity with a team full of 6'2" giants. And we're not going to play it into the box. Classic. That's a good ball. That was a good ball. Another good ball. Dude, Miles Robinson, you're in the 6-yard box. Don't head it back across. I think Poch will use the Gold Cup that I'm looking at. Yeah, no, it's been a big problem the whole time with the way that the Greg situation was handled, was the lack of competitive matches that we had leading up to the World Cup due to the fact that we're hosting the World Cup. Like, not to be complaining about hosting the World Cup and automatically qualifying, but that was a big issue that we've spoken about a lot on this show over the last year. Is like, outside of the Gold Cup, you had the Nations League that is CONCACAF bullshit that nobody cares about. You have the Gold Cup, which always is a little bit of a weaker squad, and then aligning it up with the Club World Cup, then a totally weaker squad. So, yeah, I mean, that is a big issue. I think the goal needs to be to win the Gold Cup, even with this MLS-based side. Like, the teams that are in it are not super strong. And we have the talent and the players to win it. I mean, we've given a decent effort here in the first 45 minutes. Keep in mind, these players have almost never played together. Like, this is a completely new side in a lot of ways. Well done, Tillman, winning that ball back. But, you know, we have multiple players making a debut. I'm not totally frustrated by this 45 minutes. Outside of a 3-minute frantic, nonsensical 2 goals, you know, we played a strong half. And, yeah, we've seen some really good stuff from Tillman. I think Arsen's been solid. He's not been great in the final third, but I think he's been solid. Richards has been very, very good. I think Freese has been strong outside of that second goal. You know, it's not been the worst half. Like, Patrick Ajimang is not going to play at the World Cup next year. He's not. So I don't need to worry about him. Luca De La Torre is not going to play at the World Cup next year. Like, those isolated players, I'm not worried about. I'm worried about the way Diego Luna has played. I'm worried about the way Miles Robinson has played. But I think a lot of this has been a strong half for the U.S. men's national team. We settled down. Yeah, it was a frantic, freakish 3 minutes in a rainy, slippery match with players who have never played together for the most part. That's going to happen. We knew that coming in. We spoke about it in the pre-match. Like, this is what we were going to expect all night. It's good we got an early goal. It's not 2-0. We don't feel completely out of this match. That's my feeling. There's a world in which that Cardoso clearance doesn't end up in the back of the net. That's the truth. Like, there is a world in which that Cardoso clearance goes off the post, doesn't go in. It's 1-1 or it's 1-0 still. I mean, there's a lot to say about luck in this sport. We've seen it all year in club football. I don't know why Tillman doesn't go forward there. I feel that that's being coached. You see all the players doing it. I feel that that's being coached into them by Pochettino. I just don't understand it. If you're receiving the ball in the half spaces in the final third and you have time and space, you should be squaring up and looking forward. It's so many times I've seen it go backwards. Wow. Whoa, wait. What? He should be able to pick that up. That was an unbelievable play to not give up a corner kick at the end of the half. That was a truly unbelievable play. I've never really seen something like that. A diving save from a corner kick into the goalkeeper's hands. I've never seen anything like that. All right, that's the first half. Not the strongest half from us. Let's look at some of the player notes here. Obviously, this is all wrong in terms of where people are playing, but let's just look at some statistics. Freese was, I thought, solid. I really did. I mean, made 3 saves. None of them were crazy. None of them were massive saves by any means. I thought he did a couple of really nice punches and getting high claims. I mean, he doesn't say he has any high claims, but there were 2 times where I remember him coming out and making a decisive choice to get his hand onto the ball, which is I mean, that's important to me, at least, for a goalkeeper. Just it's not a matter of if it is the right decision. It's about making a decision. So the fact that he was making that decision to come out and make a play. At right back, Alex Freeman. Nothing too notable. I mean, he lost his man one time. It didn't turn out in a goal, but 26 of 30 passing. 2 passes into the final third. Won 3 of his 4 tackles. 7 defensive actions. 2 recoveries. 4 of 6 ground duels won. I thought he was really strong a couple of times in the box to win the ball. But, yeah, possession. It's funny, though. I don't know for Poch if it's always a possession thing, right? Like, at Chelsea and at Tottenham, a lot of their goals came from counterattacking scenarios. So, I don't think Pochettino I wouldn't necessarily call him a possession-based coach. I do think he struggles in possession when his team has a lot of possession. I think he struggles to create actions that lead to goal-scoring opportunities, which we've seen. We certainly saw it at PSG under him. We certainly saw it at Chelsea last year. So much of their goals coming from beautiful transitional moments orchestrated by Cole Palmer. So, yeah, I would say he does struggle in possession, but I don't know if I would say possession is the most important thing, Tangerine Babe 1. I don't know if that's how I would describe Pochettino. I would describe him as a guy who wants to get his wingbacks involved. He wants to play high and wide, and he wants to utilize his number 9 as a true number 9 with his back to goal to create opportunities, which works in counterattacking scenarios, but can struggle for central access in possession. Adam says, tell you something that is really worrying. Watch the difference in the players when a decision goes against them. The U.S. players don't argue or complain. They just shrug and run off. I don't know what you mean by that, Adam. Which part of that's worrying? I don't mind them not complaining. Are you saying the Turkey players don't argue or complain? Yeah, Dirk, that's what I'm saying. I think that's not new for Pochettino. And when I've watched him, he wants to have possession because you can't give up goals when you have possession. But he kind of gets caught in 2 frames of mind where he doesn't create a lot from being in possession. So it's kind of a strange thing where, like, he wants to create mini transitions in possession, if you know what I mean. So that possession, just to kind of go back to here, just to kind of show you. So in possession, he wants to create this possession in these areas, right? Or it's actually Freeman who's been here for the most part. He wants to create possession in these areas and then find a pass, whether it's out to Arvston, whether it's into Tillman, that then creates an opportunity where it's kind of a 5-on-5. So he has a lot of issues when we actually get high up the pitch in possession. So when this back line turns into this high up the pitch, this is when he struggles the most. He has no ability to get that ball. When it gets out wide, he cannot find his players in these areas. That's always been his issue. He likes to create mini transitions in possession, which is a really, really hard thing to do unless you have the right profiles who are risk takers and have the quality to get it done, which is what's been the issue for him under the U.S. men's national team so far. Yes, Jay Warfield, welcome to the chat. First comment. I agree. Luca Del Torre has not been great, but one time he did it really well. He picked up the ball, and this is exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about, right? He wants to play in these deeper areas and wait for his mini transitional moment. Pochettino I'm talking about. And Del Torre found one. He got the ball here. He ran, and we got 6 guys running at 6 guys. And then it broke down. But I agree. There's been so many times Dirk and I have been saying that we're receiving the ball in these half spaces out here, and there's no defenders in this area, and yet we're still playing this ball backwards. It's been a big issue so far. I'd hope that that's being pointed out at halftime. I think it does have to do with, as Jake Werderly says, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Adjumang has been really, really bad, and I think the players have not wanted to turn and play to his feet because the ball has died there so many times. The one time we saw Adjumang do something well is when he kind of already had a defender pinned here and spun him. That's kind of the big issue with Adjumang is you can't play to him until he already has a defender pinned. Like, he's not a hold-up player unless the defender is pre-pinned, if you know what I mean. Like, some of the best number 9s in the world, the reason they're so good in hold up is that long ball comes in and it comes on the bounce. And as the ball is coming in, they're able to pin the defender and then receive it. Whereas Ajimang needs to receive it when it's already got a defender pinned. I know that's kind of a mouthful. Let me know if you're not following. But that is kind of his biggest limitation, is that he can't track the ball, receive, and then pin. He needs to pin and then track and receive. And that's a really limiting thing for a number 9 to do. Like Balogun and Pepe are both very, very strong at, once they're kind of receiving the ball, then they're quick to act and pin. Like Balogun's really, really good at that. As the ball is coming in, he scans, he finds his defender, pins him, then takes his touch, then makes his decision. Whereas Ajimang has to pin and turn when the ball comes. It's not ideal for the way Pochettino wants to play. I mean, think about the best number 9 in the last 20 years to be so good at tracking a ball in midair and then finding the defender to pin him. Who would be the answer? Would be Harry Kane, right? Harry Kane's magical thing that he was so good at, outside of being one of the best finishers in the world, but the thing that made him so unplayable was his ability to, as the ball is tracking, find a defender to take out of the action by pinning them and receiving at the same time. That's what made Harry Kane so good, and that's why Pochettino turned him into such a good creator from deep, because Harry Kane now, instead of just receiving in the final third like that, started receiving around the halfway line like that. And so when he pinned that defender, he took an entire defender out of play. And therefore, when he turned, that was one fewer defender to play the ball forward against. And then that defender is trying to track Harry back into the box the whole way through. So that's how Pochettino is used to playing with a center forward. I think Nicholas Jackson did a lot of that at a lot lower level than Harry Kane, obviously, but did a lot of that super well for Pochettino last year. And we don't have a player in this squad who I've seen do it yet. I think Damian Downs is that profile. I'd like to see Damian Downs play. I don't know if you will today. But Damian Downs is that kind of profile who's really good first touch, really good at finding a defender to square up. I agree. Yeah, no, I don't think we'll have any subs at half. It's a friendly. I don't think there's going to be any panic unless any subs that happen at half, my guess would be, assuming it's not for injury, would be a pre-planned substitution, which you see in friendlies a lot. Like 45 minutes, these players, 45 minutes, these players. Like you may see 3 substitutions. But I don't think it'll be like we're hooking Ajimang because he had a terrible 45 minutes in a friendly in June. Like I just don't see that. I disagree with you, Niaz. Balogun's really athletic. He's very, very good at getting into the half spaces. Watch him play. I don't know that he's done it well for the U.S. men's national team. I am my main gig on the soccer side of things is I cover Arsenal's academy. That is something that Balogun is super strong at. He was very good at Reims at doing that. It's how he scored a lot of his goals. I'm just going to be honest with you. I've watched a lot of him play. He hasn't really played under Pochettino much yet, keep in mind. With his injuries, he's had a very, very poor last 12 months in terms of his injury luck. So Balogun is pretty strong at that when he's healthy. Yeah, I mean, Tangerine Babe, striker's been an issue and a weakness for the United States forever. That's why, the one thing Greg Berhalter did well was getting dual nationals, and that's why they pushed so hard for Balogun. This is a kid who was born here and was not going to get the chance to play for England because of Harry Kane, and convinced him to come play for us. Subs that I do see happening, and when, again, I think a lot of the substitutions in a friendly are pre-planned. My guess, as I said from the beginning, is you'll see Tyler Adams around the 60th minute. I think you'll see Cardoso come off and Adams come on. I believe Nathan Harriel will come on at some point for Alex Freeman. That probably around the 60th minute as well. I think you'll see Mark McKenzie for Miles Robinson. I mean, there's a limitless amount of subs in a friendly, so I think you're going to see a lot of substitutions. You might see McKenzie for Robinson. You may just see McKenzie play the 90 next week. I don't know that Tolkien will play just because he was a late add to the roster, but I'd like to see Tolkien in the Switzerland match if we don't see him today. Who else? I think Quinn Sullivan will play on the right wing for Jack McGlynn at some point. I want to see Downs at some point come in for Ajimang, and then I think Haji Wright will play on the left wing. I think around the 60th minute mark, you're going to see a lot of substitutions because it's a friendly. My guess is you'll see like 3 at 60 and then 3 or so in the 72 to 75. I bet we'll make about 6 substitutions. Again, there's a chance that there's 5 subs at halftime, and they decided it's 45-45. We're going to do this side for 45, this side for 45. We see that in friendlies all the time on the international stage. Yeah, Jay Warfield, I agree. Listen, I spent way too much money on a Ricardo Pepi rookie card like 5 years ago. I'm a big believer in Pepi's abilities, and that you're not wrong to be a believer in him. That we've seen him linked to Liverpool twice in the last 2 years, 2 different windows. Pepi is a very talented player. He has a lot of things that you want out of a striker, and sometimes that includes a lot of big misses. It means he's getting in the right positions. At this very moment, we have not had a striker who has gotten in the right positions for us. That's been the biggest issue. It's not just a matter of hold-up play and all these things. It's a matter of getting in the right positions, and Pepi is so good at that, aside from being a really strong hold-up play number 9. That's obviously the thing he has most over Balogun, is that he is a true hold-up number 9. Chest, head, control from deep passes, like all the types of things you most want to see from a hold-up number 9. Those misses in front of goal have kind of haunted us in a lot of ways, but I truly believe that Pepi and Balogun are equally important to our World Cup bid next year. Those 2 guys are going to be so important depending on the matchup. Where's Pepi in his recovery? I do believe he will be back in training in July. That's the last I heard of it. I haven't seen any reports in the last month or 2, but the original prognosis was he'll be back in training in July is my belief. I don't think he'll move this summer just because of that injury, but I do think he would have moved this summer had he not had that injury. I mean, he was having a spectacular season, had been so good for them both in the league and in the Champions League. But PSV is a great club for him to be at. He's still so young. Like, that's the other thing that people kind of forget about this entire U.S. men's national team. How old's Pepi? He's 22 still. Like, these guys are all still so young that it kind of gets lost on us. We've been talking about them for so long. They all broke into the U.S. men's national team at such a young age. Like, Pepi's 22. He's already played for 2 clubs in Germany. He's won the Eredivisie with PSV twice. He's played in the Champions League knockout stages. Like, that's a lot to have accomplished for a 22-year-old American. That's becoming the norm. So now it's just a matter of finding a way to get these guys to gel and fit and play well for the U.S. That's really the next step. Like, it's a slow burn, and I think a lot of it's been held back by the development in the MLS, the lack of true structure here, the pay-to-play, all the things that you hear so much and talked about and written about. But at the end of the day, there is progress that's happening. Whether it's going to, exponentially explode at some point, I don't know. But progress is not linear. It's not like, okay, last World Cup we made the round of 16. The next World Cup we make the quarterfinals. The next World Cup we make... No, what's likely going to happen is at one point there's going to be the right timing of a mix of young talent that is reaching their prime together and us finding the right coach and all that gelling. I think we all really wanted that to be at this next World Cup. I'm not saying it's not going to be at the next World Cup in 2026 when we host it, but if we weren't hosting it, there wouldn't be this pressure on it. We've added so much pressure on it because we're hosting it. Pepi played a lot more than 7 games last season. I don't know what statistics you're looking at, but I could promise you that Ricardo Pepi played a lot more than 7 games last season. He played 7 matches in the Champions League, but his full season stats were very, very good. I'm going to read them to you right now. In the Eredivisie, he played 18 times. He had 11 goals and 2 assists in just 681 minutes, so that's not all starts. He only started in the Eredivisie 5 times out of the 18 appearances, and he had 11 goals and 2 assists. Champions League, 2 goals and an assist in 7 matches. He had 4 goals in the Dutch Cup. So all in all, 18 goals and 3 assists in 1,100 minutes. I mean, that's a really, really, really strong return. That's what? That's a goal contribution every 54 minutes. Like, that's an incredible return. I mean, I know it's PSV's Eredivisie, 4 goals in the Dutch Cup, whatever. You can minimize it however you want. But the truth of the matter is Ricardo Pepi was being tracked by Liverpool ahead of the January window and ahead of his injury. This is a player who's being looked at by the top clubs in Europe since he's like 17 years old. He's a very strong player. PSV's a good team, Chandler. You don't have to tell me twice. I love watching them. First of all, they have 4 Americans. They have Ledesma, Dest, Tillman, and Pepi. So I love watching them. I love watching that league. That league is so technical and fast-paced and so much young talent. It's a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, all good. I knew you were looking at the Champions League. Meanwhile, like, he had a good return in the Champions League. 2 goals and an assist. I mean, they played some tough competition. And keep in mind, like, he still isn't the first team striker like Luc de Jong has been. As I said, I thought Mark McKenzie might come in. I thought it might be 45 minutes of Miles Robinson and 45 minutes of Mark McKenzie. And yeah, there you go. It was 45 minutes of Adams and 45 minutes of Cardoso. It was either going to be 60-30 or 45-45 for those 2 subs. That makes sense. And there you go. Is a knee injury, Adam? He had to have knee surgery of some kind. I don't know. It wasn't ACL. I believe it was meniscus or MCL. Someone could maybe double check for me. I'm not 100% sure which one it was. I could probably look it up. But it was one of those. He had surgery in January. It was a 6-month recovery. But it wasn't ACL. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't ACL. Yeah, meniscus, right? Jay Warfield? That's what I thought. It was meniscus. All right, this should be a fun second half. McKenzie and Adams is a good sub. Did De La Torre come off or Johnny? Because I'd like to see Johnny and Adams play together. Matthew, there are things about Adjumang that are good. The lack of first touch has been very frustrating, obviously, for a lot of reasons. It's broken down a lot of our potential attacks. But listen, he offers something. I don't think he offers nothing. Okay, so McKenzie is in for Robinson. Yeah, Briel Mbolo, man, one to watch. FIFA 16, when he was 16 years old and he was like a potential 95. The amount of career modes that I made with Briel Mbolo, I mean, I would love to go back and find those on my old Xbox 360. He was the #1 wonder kid to put in FIFA career mode for like 3 years. Yeah, Jay, I completely agree. Arsene has been really good in a lot of facets of the game, and then that final third decision-making hasn't been strong. His crossing has been super weak. He's gotten into some really, really good positions, helped break the press really well, but I have not loved his decision-making in the final third at all. Yeah, so it's a straight sub. It's Adams for Johnny and McKenzie for Robinson. I mean, it makes sense. You're trying to, figure out who the team is, trying to figure out the pairings, the partnerships. Hopefully, Luca De La Torre playing like 90 minutes in a friendly means he's not in the plans. Oops, I got the wrong screen up. No, I don't. That's my other screen. Big 45 minutes here, though. This is a big 45 minutes for the confidence of this team moving forward. You don't 2-1 you can live with. This ends up being like 4-5-1. I think that's going to be a real hit to this team over the next couple of days ahead of Switzerland, because Switzerland could also get ugly, and you don't want to take 2 brutal losses in friendlies going in to a major tournament or whatever kind of tournament you want to call this. But to be fair, we played against Brazil great ahead of the Copa America last summer, and then we're awful in the Copa America. So maybe you do want to get crushed in friendlies ahead of a tournament. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. All I remember is watching that Brazil match last year and being like, okay, we're going to have a good Copa. And then we had a terrible Copa. So maybe these friendlies don't matter at all, and we're all just here wasting our time. But nonetheless, here we all are. Thanks for those of you that have been watching so far. Really appreciate it. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. We're doing all sorts of content outside of just live streams on Yanks Abroad. Do a post-match reaction after this game, of course. And then on TikTok still releasing every day a profile on every player in the Gold Cup squad, and more stuff coming soon on that channel as well. So make sure you're subscribed here and following on TikTok. All right, that first corner kick, we got 2 really good opportunities. It'd be nice to get another one here. Oh, Luca. Hey, Emre, yeah, we are missing, I would say, 6 of our normal starters. 3 of them are at the Club World Cup, and then 3 asked not to be a part of this summer's selection due to just playing too many matches, which is not ideal, obviously. Now my peacock is broken. I've lost the game. Dest is still recovering from an ACL injury. Are you serious? I just lost this game? I can't watch the game right now. Someone tell me what's happening. I'm unable to stream this game at all right now. This is crazy, man. Thank you, Adam. Always helpful. Always helpful. Dude. What is going on? I mean, I've just lost my stream. Is anyone else's stream go down or just mine? This is unbelievable. Like, only this happens to me, really. All right. I'm not gone. I'm just getting my iPad. Hold it. I'm back. We're going to have to watch on the iPad because my computer is just busted, which is just what we needed today. One minute. Hey! Got the game. All right. Now we're trying to utilize the right-hand side a little better. That's good. My iPad's like way lower than my camera, so this is all a bit of a disaster. I'm looking down. I apologize. I'm going to try and get it back up on my computer. Come on, McGlynn. Spray the ball a little better. Good ball. Oh! See what happens when a striker can take a good first touch? Like, it's such a difference. Made a good first touch. McGlynn with a very, very nice ball into the half space there. That's what McGlynn is so good at. That's why I wanted him off the right-hand side this whole time. Like, he is so strong at playing that pass when he has time and space in front of him. Like, McGlynn is a midfielder, but he's a midfielder who isn't like a central midfielder. He's like a more old-fashioned type of midfielder who needs a little bit more space, who can operate better when he's a little bit wider. Like, I mean, he's not anything like Odegaard, but like when you get a player who can help and build up but has more space, like isn't so central and has the time to look at what's ahead of them, he's the kind of player who can pick that pass. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Arfson like went for a diving header there. It seemed like when you just put the ball on your foot there and anything on net is a goal. Oh, shoot it, Ajimang. Absolutely shredded that shot. Oh, my God. And Diego Luna's hurt. Yeah, De La Torre's had a pretty solid start to this half, to be honest, other than that massive miss off the corner kick. Diego Luna, I've been supremely disappointed by Diego Luna today. I don't know about everybody else, but I really was expecting Diego Luna to have a really strong match, and it has not been. I'd love to see Downs. I don't feel like we're going to... I don't know. I get worried when you get like that young dual national call-up that they just sit on the bench the whole time and you never see them. It doesn't feel like one that's like super in Pochettino's plans, but like was called up for the fact that he's a dual national, and I always find that that doesn't work out well. Oh, McGlynn. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Diego Luna. I'm not really necessarily even faulting him. You know, you can't play your best match every match, and he's, as we've spoken about, he's being played a little bit too wide. I mean, it's like Arvson's up here and Luna's here. This isn't the design, but this is the issue we've been having, is there's no central access. Where is the central access? McGlynn is picking it up here. He's playing it into Adjumang. It's not great. The setup is the same issue that we've been having for a long time under Pochettino. Yeah, Jay, that's what I've been saying. Like, Luna's so much better when he can get the ball into these spaces in between the first line and second line of press, receive, and turn and run. That's when Luna's really at his best. He just hasn't been put in those positions today at all. He's being way too far out here. I mean, this is kind of what we're doing right now. It's like literally that's what it looks like in possession. You're seeing it right now. No, Weston McKennie is not our only playmaker. He has been so poor for us as of late. Truly has been so poor. Come on, let's get a goal. Or do a goal. Zendejas just has never impressed. Him and Vasquez, like, as much as they've been good in the Mexico League, like, they just really have never played well for the U.S. men's national team. They just aren't of the quality. It's like Cade Cowell. Wow, Canada's beating Ukraine 3-0. Kyle, does Ukraine have their best lineup? Jesse Marsh being Canada's coach and them being good is so frustrating. The fact that Jesse Marsh is not our coach is just a disaster from the U.S. Soccer Federation. It's truly a disaster. Oh, Tyler. All right. Come on, Adjumang. Now you've done hold-up play. There you go. Play it into his feet. Play it into Adam's feet. Turn. Central. Wow. Canada's good, man. Jesse Marsh is a good manager. Jesse Marsh is a good manager. Yeah. I'm telling you, Jay, it feels like they're being coached to not play that pass. The amount of times I've seen that happen, it's crazy. And like when they receive in this area here and then go backwards. All right, Tillman, drive. Great ball. Lay that off for Luca De La Torre. You have to lay that off. Tillman played such a good ball to the back post. Arvson does so well to control it and then goes for glory. He's got Luca De La Torre standing on the penalty spot. Waiting. Look at him. He's standing all alone. Look at him. Oh, that's a goal. That's got to be a goal. Man. I mean, Tillman has been so good today. Tillman has really been good today. 22 of 23 passing, 2 chances created, 2 tackles won on 2 attempts. He's been really, really good today, Tillman. Really, really good. Yeah, I know Turkey's a better team, but we've had plenty of chances in this match to not be down. Let's just say that at the very least. Take away that little 5-minute frantic nonsense period, and we've kind of been the better side in a lot of ways with a much worse team. Richards has been so good today. I feel like this season for him at Crystal Palace was life-changing. I don't even just mean the FA Cup, just like the confidence he gained, the way he played, playing alongside Gahey, just really formed a strong partnership and gained a lot of confidence in the way that he plays. Like he's always been a strong defender, but he just has gone about his business a little bit differently in the last 6 months. No, yeah, Turkey definitely had like a 20-minute period where it felt like anything could happen, like they could just score 6 goals. But McGlynn, what is that? Well done, McKenzie. Really well done by Mark McKenzie. Oh, that's a yellow card. I'm a big fan of Mark McKenzie. I don't know if a lot of people watch him at Toulouse, but he's like such an aggressive center back in a really smart way. I mean, he does get caught out once in a while. It should have been yellow. I don't know how it wasn't. He does get caught out once in a while, but I think Mark McKenzie's a really good player, and I like how aggressive he is next to Chris Richards, like more calm and collected and keep the ball in front of him style. It's a good partnership. I really would like to see the two of them be our partnership at the Gold Cup for every match. And by the way, we haven't talked about Tim Ream. Very happy that it looks like Pochettino is starting to move on from Tim Ream. And McKenzie, he can play the ball with both feet better than any of our other defenders. He's a right-footed player, but his left foot, he's very, very strong at playing diagonals with his left foot, which is key if he's going to be our left center back. I think with Miles Robinson, we don't get that as much. He can play that kind of shorter pass to the left foot, but McKenzie can spray the ball with both feet, which is very important at that left center back spot if we're going to try and be a possession-based team. Wow. All right, Freeze. Freeze is calm and collected, man. Look at that pass by McKenzie. So good. And run. Run, Luna. This is where Luna goes. This is where Luna's at his best. How have we not scored there, Tillman? Oh, my God. That was so good. That entire buildup. That was like, that's Pochettino. This is mini transitions. That rant I went on at halftime, that's a mini transition they created there, right? That's exactly what I was talking about. You kind of pass the ball around in this deeper area all the way back here. You had these 6 players all the way back here. 7 players, right? The ball goes around, it goes around, it goes around. Freeman's coming back. Adams is coming back. Then the ball kind of gets rolled out here to McKenzie, and all of a sudden, you've got Arsene up here. Luna receives the ball here, and you've created this counterattacking opportunity. That's exactly what I was talking about with Pochettino. It's possession-based, but creating mini transitions out of possession. And that's exactly what he did right there. That's when Pochettino's teams have succeeded at their best, is they've sucked an entire team at them and created a mini transition. The more we can do that, and you need players like Diego Luna, right? Like, we were trying to do that with Tanner Tessman in that Diego Luna position. I love Tanner Tessman. But Tanner Tessman cannot run and carry the ball from here to here and create a goal out of it. You need a Diego Luna type of player. Yunus Musa could do that from this position, although he's been playing out here. But that is literally picture perfect what Pochettino is trying to execute every single time he sees us in possession. That was what we want to see. That was it. That is Pochettino playing the way that we want Pochettino to play. And by the way, people said, what do you want to see in this friendly? Do you expect to win? I don't want to necessarily win, but I want to see those little things executed correctly, and it was executed exactly the way you want it to be right then and there. I hope Quinn Sullivan's coming on for Jack McGlynn, because I think Jack McGlynn's played well, but to have a true right winger right now in creating those opportunities, Quinn Sullivan's scoring lots of goals in the last 2 years. This would be a great moment for Quinn Sullivan to come on at that right wing position. Or come on for De La Torre and move McGlynn into midfield. I'm going to be okay with that too. I hope Sullivan's not coming on as a striker. He's not a striker. Yeah, I think the Moose on the wing thing was because he couldn't trust Scally to get forward and keep the width at right back. And so I think that's why he went with Musa there. But I don't think he'll long-term play Musa there. I do think he's going to move more towards a McGlynn type of player who is a pass-forward, goal-scoring type of player. Tillman worked so hard to chase that ball back so many times in this match. I know he should have scored there, but he's definitely been the best player for us this entire match. He's been spectacular. Really well done, Tyler Adams. Well done, Tillman. I really like what I've seen from Alex Freeman. I know I was hyping him up pregame, but I really like what I've seen from Alex Freeman as a defender, which I was expecting to enjoy more of his actions going forward. But as a defender, he's been very strong. The one time a ball went over the top, he did get beat one time, but in duels, in ground duels, he's been very strong. All right, here we go. I'm going to assume this is Luna McGlynn, yeah, for Sullivan. We saw that coming. That's what we were hoping for. Sullivan at right wing. Haji right. Harriel's coming on at left back. And Haji Wright's coming on for Luna. All right. We like those subs. Those are solid subs. I would have rather seen Tolkien than Harriel, but again, I when you're asking about subs, I think Tolkien joined this camp pretty late, and so I imagine that he would not be in action today at any point. I guess Freeman and Harriel might switch sides. Freeman can play on that left side as well, but Harriel's more of a right back, isn't he? At least he's mostly played at right back. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Dirk. Tolkien just came into this squad, so maybe we'll see him play a little bit against Switzerland. He's really more there for cover. We have 9 defenders in this side, so I'm not sure he'll get to play, which is unfortunate, but I'm a big fan of John Tolkien's. All right, big opportunity here for Quinn Sullivan. Sullivan on the right. Yeah, Harriel's going to play out on that left side. Wow, right off the rip. If we could get Damian Downs for 15 minutes, are we happy? 15 minutes of Damian Downs and we're happy? Is that the goal here? Okay, Harriel, good first intervention. Richards. Chris Richards has been just spectacular today. Him and Tillman have been the best 2 players for us far and away. Great recovery from Freeman. Tracked his runner. Alex Freeman is an exciting player. I know I've said a lot about Alex Freeman, but Alex Freeman is an exciting player. It may be the best thing that could happen for us that Serginho Dest couldn't play this summer and they needed to train privately back at home. It's been a pretty good match, Emery, I thought. I mean, both teams have had spells of dominance. Both teams kind of had crazy-ass goals in different ways. Yeah, Ajimang does look gassed. I mean, he's been running around and losing the ball like crazy. Freeman, again, winning a ground duel. I'm not going to even talk about it because I know it's annoying to hear the same name over and over again, but it's very calm from McKenzie there. That's a big mistake from Freeman. Got away with it. Got away with it. We're getting chippy in the chat, huh? We're getting chippy in the chat against Turkey. It's a friendly, fellas. It's a friendly. We're just trying to see who our best side is, who may make their way to the World Cup for the U.S. men's national team. All right, let's make this the last 20 minutes interesting, huh? Any global sport, we can't hack it. I think we've won the gold in basketball at the Olympics many, many times. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. That's certainly a global sport. What do you guys thought of Freeze today in terms of his distribution? I think it's been pretty solid. A little better than I expected. All right, Sullivan, first action. Take him all the way. Use the width. Nice. Good first interaction there for Quinn Sullivan down that right side. Very strong. Come on, Haji. I just got stuck underneath his feet. I've liked a lot what I've seen from Sullivan so far. What's a realistic time frame for Cavan? 2030 World Cup, right? It's not this World Cup. I'd say we've been the better team by far in the second half, which actually says a lot about Pochettino. He got them to recover from that ridiculous... No, definitely not this World Cup for Kevin. He got them to recover from this ridiculous 10-minute stretch in the first half and kind of dominated since then. Ajiming, that's just such a bad pass, man. Ajiming's first touch of the ball is too strong every single time. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's too predictable as well. But again, like, where else is Ajiming supposed to go with that? There's nobody else anywhere near the ball. We really struggle with the central accesses. Yeah, I would love to see downs. We really struggle with central access when we're playing in that final third. I mean, Ajiming is completely gassed out there. Can we get a substitution for him? Got away with it. Freeman. Yeah, Tyler's been awesome this half. I mean, the thing with Tyler Adams is, no matter how he's playing, he's going to get in the passing lanes and win the ball back. That's just like ingrained in him. It's just the controlling matches and his ability to, play decisive passes that sometimes is lacking. But I think he's been very, very solid. Who else do we have as a striker on the bench? Brian White is the other striker we have on the bench, who obviously has scored loads of goals in the MLS, but not overly exciting. But I understand why we brought him, just not having, any true tried and tested strikers in this side. So I'm hoping Brian White won't be the first striker off the bench. I'm hoping it'll be Downs. But you know how this goes with the U.S. men's national team. Usually it is the less exciting MLS player that comes off the bench rather than the dual national you're trying to get signed up for the long term. Sullivan's been very strong since coming on. Really good in the first 10 minutes. I like how aggressive he's been, trying to implement himself onto the match. Well done, Tyler. That's the kind of stuff we need him to do. Play it. It's too much time. You must know you're out of time on the ball, Luka. You must know you're out of the time on the ball. You've played in Europe. You've played at the highest levels. You must know you're out of time on the ball. Every time he just doesn't understand. Like, he has technical skill, Luka De La Torre. So it's just frustrating that he doesn't understand when he's run out of time. And then sometimes he has time and he plays a backwards pass. It just never seems to... He doesn't have awareness in the middle of the park. And a midfielder, obviously, that's the number one thing he needs to have. It is Brian White. God darn it. So that means no Damian Downs. If Brian White's coming on, that means no Damian Downs. That means all the attackers have been subbed already, so you're not going to see Downs. That's really too bad. You know Brian White will go on and score the equalizer, but it's like, who wants to see Brian White in a friendly against Turkey? Truly. Who wants to see Brian White? I mean, Brian White scores loads of goals. He does. He has scored a lot of goals for Vancouver. I get it. But you're trying to figure out who your squad is for the World Cup in a year from now. Brian White is not in the squad. He's not. There's 4 other strikers you would take ahead of him. So why not see if this very talented 20-year-old Damian Downs could potentially be the future? All right, this is who we have out there now. Played 90 minutes a week ago. That's what they're talking about? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, he's definitely got a better first touch. I mean, he's not nearly as athletic, Dirk, as Adjumang in terms of stretching the pitch, using his body. I mean, listen, Brendan Aronson, I never need to watch Brendan Aronson play again for the U.S. men's national team. He's a positionless player who doesn't add anything that we don't already have. Paxton is an interesting player. I think Paxton's like Tolkien. He was a late add to this group, so I imagine he was not available truly for this match. Paxton has been very solid in the Eredivisie. I thought he was pretty good at the Olympics last summer. He's kind of a left wing, right wing hybrid. He can play through the middle as a false 9. He's not overly exciting. I imagine we'll see him play in some capacity, but I don't rate him over any of the players. I don't rate him over Haji or Quinn Sullivan at this moment in terms of potential. Yeah, Dirk, I feel the way we've played, we deserve a draw in this match. These friendlies, it does seem like the last 15 minutes or so, there's a lot of subs. The game slows down. It's not, we're not seeing a true match here, so I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of just teeters out here in the last 15. But we played to at least earn ourselves a draw in this match. No, Kyle, I totally get it. That's what I've been saying all matches. It doesn't feel like Downs is going to play because of those reasons. What I'm saying is I don't think it is a meaningless... We're not ruining his eligibility for meaningless trash minutes. We're trying to find our strikers still. I mean, as much as I love Balogun and Pepe, there's nothing to say that either of them has made that number 9 spot their own no matter what happens in the next year leading to the World Cup. And Downs is an interesting profile, an athletic prospect who has found a lot of success in the Bundesliga too, which is a league that's probably equal to talent to the MLS in some capacity. I mean, Köln was recently in the Bundesliga, which is obviously an incredible league. So I think there is... That's really well done by Brian White. And well done by Tillman. Come on, Luka. All right, if Luka De La Torre doesn't get off the pitch, I'm going to lose my mind. Luka De La Torre has just been awful. He's had one good moment this entire match, and it's just been awful the rest. He's going to play the full 90. I just can't comprehend why he would play the full 90 being this poor. Is he kidding me with a back heel? All he had to do was lay the ball off to Quinn Sullivan. He's standing right next to him. Like, why are we trying a back heel with 4 guys there? It's insanity. It's actual insanity. It's just poor decision-making over and over again from Luka De La Torre. Awareness and decision-making have let him down his entire career. Chris Richards has been really, really strong. He really has been. That could be a red card. High challenge, stopping a break, stopping a potential goal-scoring opportunity. I mean, how many times has Tillman won the ball that high up the pitch? 5, 6 times? It's unbelievable how good he is at that. He has such good anticipation. He works so hard off the ball. It's so key to have a number 10 who's willing to do that too. I feel like that's what's held Reyna's entire career back. At this point, your number 10 is almost always the person pressing highest up the pitch on that first pass, right? Your striker is putting the pressure on the goalkeeper, and then your number 10 is darting whichever way it goes and putting that high pressure up the pitch. Yeah, see, I disagree with you, Kyle. First of all, I don't think the U.S. Soccer Federation sees Haji Wright as a striker. I think Adjumang, White, and Downs are all playing for that third striker spot. Brendan Vasquez, I don't believe, is still in the conversation, nor is Josh Sargent. Downs has as good a chance as any of those guys, in my opinion. I mean, Adjumang obviously has the upper hand at this moment, but there's no reason that, first of all, Adjumang could go on a 6-month spell without scoring a goal, and then that is not going to be the case anymore. He has not done anything at this level for the U.S. men's national team to nail down that third place, nor has Brian White. So Damian Downs should still get that opportunity to see if he could get that position. And also, they're not predatory cap ties. If Damian Downs is good enough eventually to be a Germany striker, it would be great to have him be the U.S. men's national team striker. They got a pretty good crowd there in East Hartford for a rainy night, huh? I feel like most of these matches, there's been nobody there. I mean, I know there's a lot of Turkiye fans, but... Come on, Freeman. Held on to that ball too long. Was waiting for the whistle and didn't just play on. You see how much better the ref is when it's not just like a shitty CONCACAF match? I don't even know if this referee's from CONCACAF, but there's something about it not being a CONCACAF match that just makes the referee better. Like, this has just been a way more watchable game than any of the last year. Way more watchable. I mean, we've been dominant in the second half. Let's get ourselves a goal. We should have had 2. Tillman and Arfson both had really good opportunities. Arfson had 2 really good opportunities. McKenzie's left foot is so strong passing. Nice, Haji. Corner kick. Here's the issue with Haji Wright as a left winger is he's really an inverted forward, an inside forward. Like, he doesn't want to receive here. He wants to receive here. What this should look like is when it's not Harriel and Arfson, this could work. Haji likes to be in here. I mean, he really likes to get the ball here, but out here is too wide for Haji Wright. He can't be. He's a goal scorer. He's a goal-scoring inside forward. He's good on the wing, but he's not a touchline winger. You know what I'm saying, Dirk? Like, this is a guy who wants to be more in the half spaces than all the way out wide. Harriel just got absolutely spinned. Wow. That was a terrible miss. But Harriel just got absolutely turned for a loop there. Just dominated and destroyed. I mean, not that he was in an easy position here, but feels like he didn't need to get turned like that. No, all 4 going to Guler makes no sense. Why is nobody tracking the run? Where's the midfielder tracking the run there? That's another one where, like, Freeman, the young Freeman, just... How many times have the USA and Turkey played, Emre? 5. All of them have been 1-1 or 2-1. Wow, that is a fun fact. Thank you, Emre, for sharing. I just can't believe how many minutes Luca De La Torre has played tonight. I'm shocked. I mean, how long does Luca De La Torre think he's going to have to get that shot away right in front of the box? It's just an absolute joke. We've never lost to Turkey. I'm shocked to hear that. I am shocked to hear that. Like, even just the way he was loading up for that shot, Dirk, it was like he was moving in slow motion as the entire defense pounced on him, standing outside the box with an opportunity to score. It's totally ridiculous. He should have just played it out wide and then let that ball come into the box from out wide rather than trying to shoot through 8 guys. Come on. Let's get a goal here. I mean, we've had Turkey pretty deeply pinned since about the 70th minute, other than that counterattack. Come on, Brian White. Stay on your feet, man. Stay on your feet. Nathan Harriel, this has not been a good showing whatsoever for Nathan Harriel. I don't think he's naturally a left back. I'm surprised that he's playing there. That's not that bad of a challenge. Yeah, he's a right back. I don't know why Harriel's playing left back. He's not a left back. We have a left back, natural left back on the bench. I know Tolkien joined late, but it just seemed like an unnecessary subs to take Arvston off for a guy who is not a left back. Come on, 5 minutes to get a goal here. Give us some confidence going into the Switzerland match in the Gold Cup. Way to be, Richards. Way to step to that. Really well done. I'd like to get Quinn a little bit more involved. That first 5 minutes he was on, he did a couple of really nice actions. Nice, Freeman. Can't get caught on the ball like that. Brian White cracks me up, man. Every single time the ball comes in, he leaps through the air with both feet off the ground. You're not going to be able to control the ball if you don't have a foot on the ground. There's no chance. It's not looking good, Dirk. It's certainly not. I wonder if there'll even be stoppage time because it's a friendly. Sometimes they just do like 2 minutes rather than the full amount that it should be. Yeah. I mean, this is just hope to not give up a third. We should get one more goal scoring opportunity. I mean, it's also, practice, maybe not the right word, but it's good practice. Oh boy. Well done, Alex. It's good practice for chasing a match, right? You're down a goal of 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. How do you chase a match? How do you get guys forward? How do you commit players forward? How do you create opportunities in the last minute while the team's defending? This isn't how. You don't have them attacking you consistently for the first time all half and jog around. This isn't the answer. I mean, Brian White's just walking. He's played 8 minutes. Press, run up the pitch. Look at Brian White. He's just jogging and walking in place. Go try and win the ball high up the pitch, Brian. Good touch. Richards has been spectacular in this match. All right, now commit guys up the pitch. Come have your goalie take the free kick and commit guys up the pitch. All right, it's 4 minutes of stoppage time, so you got 5 and change here. Yeah, Adam, Richards had a great year for club and country. He really did. And he battled through injury all the way up until December. He really didn't play much and then just turned it on. Turned it on, as Crystal Palace did. Some are saying the catalyst, Chris Richards. That's Mark McKenzie, man. So good. The distribution is so good. How in the 90th minute do we have nobody making a run into the near post? It's just a lack of effort. I mean, this has been the story for the U.S. I mean, I know it's a friendly. I'm not trying to overreact to a friendly. But lack of effort has just been the motto for this team. McKenzie, how good was McKenzie in this last 45 minutes? I mean, this just shows you that he needs to start alongside Chris Richards 100% at the Gold Cup. It's got to be Richards and McKenzie. There's no doubt about it. Such a strong showing. I mean, Matt Turner is terrible. Nice, Freeman. Really well done. Kid's really grown into the game well. Four minutes. All right, drive with the ball, Freeman. Here he comes. Overlapping. Send him, send him, send him. My God, Freeman makes a great run. That's so bad from Haji, man. Wow, Sullivan popping up all the way on this side. Yikes. Not the best Haji Wright performance I've seen in a long time. Good gracious. Those were two of the worst actions I maybe have ever seen Haji Wright make. Just totally indecisive, selfish, doesn't have his head up. Usually he'll just get the ball on goal. That was his moment right there. Yeah, get the ball across the middle of the face of the goal and hope something happens. That was not it at all. All right, come on, it's a friendly. We're going to be doing time wasting. Just throw the ball in. Let's go. So many Turkiye fans in East Hartford. Is that a hotbed for Turkish people? Way to win the ball back, Adams. Where is Brian White? Is he just sitting down on the pitch somewhere? Haji, man. You cannot lose the ball there. Again. Loses the ball 3 times in a 1-minute span when we're trying to chase a game. You just can't do that. Kyle, what do you think of Brian White? You think he's still higher on the pecking order than Damian Downs after this showing? I mean, I've never seen somebody phone it in more than this. Tillman again. Come on, man. Tillman is just gassed. He has put it all out there tonight. He really has, in a friendly, too. Just showing Pochettino how badly he wants it. Yep, that's a goal kick. All right, here we go. Oh, is that true, Jay? I didn't know that. I mean, I was genuinely asking. I genuinely was asking, like, why. I was not expecting to see so many Turkiye fans. That's interesting. I wonder if that's why they had the game there. Really good, Alex Freeman. Really good. Come on, Haji. Don't be wasteful, Haji. I feel you, Kyle. Don't just shoot from there. Don't just shoot from there. You could just see that loading up. Corner kick. Play it in, Quinn. Play it in. Someone play the ball in the box. Luka, where are you going? That's it. Oh, man. So many opportunities in that second half. An unfortunate result for a match that the United States men's national team did not deserve to lose that match. A 5-minute frantic, weird Johnny Cardoso mistake, and then a ball bouncing around. Lost our composure, but a strong showing from a very, very new and unprecedented side. I think Pochettino did actually get it right tonight. I think he did really well. Unfortunate to not come away with anything from it, but listen, I'm surprised with what we saw tonight. I'm pleasantly surprised about it. I'm gaining a little bit more faith in Pochettino in this squad and what we might see from them at the Gold Cup coming up. I'm excited for the Switzerland match on the 10th. That should be fun. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me for this match. Really appreciated having you guys in here. It was a lot of fun. I will be doing streams for every single match right here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe to Yanks Abroad. Right after we hang up here, I am going to go record a post-match with my thoughts, a little bit more cohesive than just the ranting I've done here, but I can't promise too much. It will be ranty. That is how I talk. But some positives to take from it. Lots of interesting stuff. And hey, we'll talk to you on June 10th with a little bit more. Make sure you're subscribed here and following on TikTok for all the content on Yanks Abroad. And yeah, that's going to do it.